Hey everyone, today I'm going to talk to you about what I call my small pack. Now my small pack is what I take for a short weekend shoot or a short weekend trip where I'm working at a comp. So this weekend I'm going to Dockmasters in the Netherlands and I'm going as the commentator, not the photographer. So I can get away with a very small pack, but I thought I'd quickly go through what I take to any given event, show it to you here, show it to you in the bag, how I pack, and just discuss some of the things quickly. So the first thing I always take with me, of course, because I'm a photographer, even though I'm commentating this time, I'm always a photographer, is I'm always going to take my camera. So my camera for this competition is the A7 III. It's my go-to camera. It's light, it's compact. I always use it with a grip. Reason I always use it with a grip is because I shoot vertically a lot, which means instead of shooting a camera naturally like this, I'm shooting the camera here. Now, a grip gives me all the controls and I don't have to cock my wrist over like this when I'm shooting, which is anatomically really bad and yeah, it's just not a good plan. On that, I have an 85 1.8 lens, which I use for a lot of my blown out background work where I'm really trying to get in tight on the climber, get sharp focus on the face and let the focus fall away. It's also a fantastic lens in low light, being a 1.8 aperture, so that's my go-to there. Along with it, I'm taking two other lenses. I'm taking the 24 to 104 f4 and I'm taking the 70 to 200 f4. Now the reason I use f4s rather than 2.8s a lot of the time, I know that they suffer a little bit in terms of low light performance, but the camera is so good it makes it a non-issue and they are a lot lighter. So if I'm traveling all the time, getting away with lighter lenses, this weighs nearly half as much as the 2.8. This, well, there isn't a comparable available in the 2.8, but if I was to go to the 24 to 70, this is still a lot lighter. And as you see, I'll show you some photos just showing you what you can get with these lenses. A lot of people think that you have to go 2.8 for everything, and it's just not true. If you know how to shoot, if you know your composition, if you know how to work with the lights that's available, you can easily shoot f4 in 95% of comp situations. Now, every competition I go to, I always have a camera strap, obviously. If I'm going to a big comp, I'm using a harness system by Black Rapid. If I'm going to a small comp, I'm just going to take a little Peak Design sling. It's all I need. It's really light, it's compact. Along with that, always USB-C, USB-C cable. I'm going to use that for just about everything this weekend. I have my SD cards for shooting. I have a 1 terabyte SSD for storing photos, and I have a USB-C SD card reader. Going to competitions isn't all about shooting, there's also the traveling bit. So for traveling, there's three things that were really important. This here is an e-reader, it's worth its weight in gold. A lot of people still prefer paperback books. I've been using an e-reader for years and I actually find it really weird going back to a book now. The great thing about using an e-reader is you've got so many titles on hand. If you need to, you've got book after book. I got food poisoning once in Borneo, couldn't leave bed for 4 days. If I'd only had one book, I would have gone crazy, but I had 2,000. Next thing I've got is my audio. Got a Theo M5 audio player for high-res audio, and I've got some Shure in-ear monitors, really nice, Bluetooth, really compact. That's my go-to everywhere travel kit, basically. Along with that, this weekend I'm taking my gimbal. Now, I won't show you the gimbal, just the case, because the gimbal, of course, is what I'm using to shoot now. And the trusty laptop. The laptop, as you'll see, is sitting on a cooling plate. Reason the laptop is sitting on a cooling plate is because I find laptops die in chalky conditions, and also quite often if I get back to a hotel late at night and I'm just working in bed with the laptop lay on my lap, it basically interferes with the cooling and shortens the lifespan of your laptop considerably. Along with that, the only big annoying cable I have to bring is the laptop charger, but that's really the only cable I'm bringing. Then I've just got the clothing for the weekend. Got a couple of pairs of pants, got a few t-shirts, some boxer shorts from the wonderful Nahil that make the best climbing boxer shorts, and some socks. So that in a nutshell is what I have, and now I'm going to put it in the Wandered Hexed Access duffel. Okay, here is my Wandered duffel, all packed up and ready to go. I'll quickly go through what's in it now. So if I open up, and this is the wonderful thing about this duffel, is it has multiple openings. If I open up the back here, I have my laptop, my charger, my gimbal case, my cooling mat. If I open up the main compartment, that gives me access to my camera bag, which is here. I have my body, the lenses, all there ready to go. And last but not least, all my clothes fit where the other camera bag would go, which means everything I need is in there. In the top compartment, which is up here, I have my music player, I have the headphones, I have everything I need quick access to. So that's everything in the bag. Love this bag, it's a fantastic camera bag, it's served me well. One of the great things about it as well is here at the back there is a not so secret pocket. Passport lives in there permanently, and I can just reach, unzip that pocket, pull it out at a check-in counter. I don't have to worry ever about where my passport is because it's always in there. Okay, so that's it for this video. Just a quick overview of what goes in my quick pack bag when I'm off to do a weekend competition, which isn't a major event like a World Cup where I'm taking a full kit. Hope you guys enjoyed. Any questions, shoot me a comment down below. As usual, please like, share, subscribe, and let me know what you think of the channel so far. Thank you.